Hey guys, this is Kenyatta Robinson. Welcome back to the Backyard SmokeMaster channel as I continue my barbecue vlogging experience, mostly about my experience with the Lone Star Grill offset smoker. So my daughter just turned 14 and this weekend she's going to have her annual birthday party sleepover. So there will be about 10 girls that will come over and spend the night. We'll also have some friends and family over for the party. So I'm gonna barbecue a lot of food. I'm gonna do a brisket, a couple of racks of ribs, some party wings. Also gonna do a barbecue baked beans recipe that I have and put some leftover pulled pork in there and maybe a few other things. Of course, the brisket is going to take the longest. The party is actually tomorrow. So I'm going to go ahead and do the brisket today to make sure that that's already ready to go. And I'm going to do that on the Lone Star Grill. So stay tuned. We're going to get to cooking. So usually what I do when I add a new split, I'm going to leave the firebox door open until this split catches, and I like to see a good flame around that split before I close the firebox door. And then another thing that I will do is if it doesn't appear, if I seem to be having trouble getting back to temperature, maybe then I'll start utilizing the fan. So here you can see this is exactly what I'm looking for. So I just want to make sure that this split starts to burn effectively. So I'm going to let it continue to burn for a little bit, and then I'm going to close the firebox door, start monitoring the temps again. So to recap, I started with 2 splits on top of lump charcoal. That lasted me a little over an hour, about an hour, 15 minutes. I've added a fresh split. That's about as large of a split as I'm gonna want to put inside of the LSG firebox, 20-inch. Gonna let that burn a little bit and then go from there. Close the firebox. I'm gonna keep that door open all the way, the slider, and start monitoring my temps. So now we're at 185, and I expect the temperature to climb, and I'll make adjustments as needed, figure out if I need to start utilizing the fan. I'm hoping to go as long as I can without the fan. Okay guys, so we've been going for about 2 hours. Brisket's been on for about 2 hours. One thing I noticed was I felt like I didn't have enough coals in the firebox. I think that was causing me to struggle with temperatures. So I added some more lump charcoal, and that seems to have helped. So I had a couple of pieces of very small wood in the firebox, and now I just added a large one that quickly caught fire, so that's good. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this firebox, finish getting my barbecue beans, finish getting those together and get those on the smoker. All right, guys, so I got the flat wrapped in foil. I would prefer to use butcher paper, but right now I don't have any pink butcher paper, so I'm gonna just go with the foil. And I want to give my barbecue baked beans a good stir. And that's a lot of shredded pork in there, probably way more pork than beans, but I don't think anyone will complain. All right, guys, so here's where we stand. The brisket flat took about 10 hours, 20 minutes to get up to 200 degrees. I also just took the point off of the smoker. That took about 12 hours, 12 and a half hours. I was trying to get it up to about 203, but you know, it peaked, I'd say like around 198. It was completely probe tender, so I decided to go ahead and call it. So I'm gonna take this point, cube it up, add some sauce, and put it back on the smoker for another 15 minutes or so to make burnt ends out of it. Very happy with the results of the brisket here. Very juicy. I mean, you see there's a lot of liquid that was left over after I unwrapped it. Basically, after that 10 hours on the smoker, I let it rest for 2 hours before taking it out of the foil and slicing it up. All right, guys, it's day 2. Actually, today is the actual day of the party. So yesterday, basically smoked that brisket all day into the wee hours of the evening. Also did the barbecue baked beans with leftover pulled pork. In addition to the brisket, made some barbecue burnt ends. So all of that was done on the Mac. Today on tap is ribs. I've got a slab of baby back ribs and a slab of spare ribs. I'm gonna do those today, as well as some party wings. So I'm gonna make it a little easier on myself today since we've got guests coming this afternoon. I'm gonna go with the Mac pellet smoker. I've got the 1-star General. I'm gonna do the ribs on the Mac, and then I'm going to do my party wings on the pit barrel cooker. And depending on time, I might also do some more party wings on the Kamado Joe. I haven't decided yet, but I really do like the way chicken turns out on the pit barrel. It's like a chicken cooking machine. So I'm probably going to try to do the majority of them on the PBC. So I got my Mac up to temp, 225. So these are the baby backs. Put that on top. Go back in the house, get the spare ribs, get those on. And then I'm going to fire up get the charcoal ready on the pit barrel. Okay, the ribs have been on now for 2 hours. So I'm going to get them off the smoker, and I'm going to get them in some honey and sugar. I like to put it face down because I've already put the honey and brown sugar at the bottom of my aluminum pan. So this step will help tenderize them. Smoking these at 225. And you know, with pellet smokers, I mean, they're really good at keeping the temperature pretty close. I'm going to add a little bit of apple juice. Alright, I'm going to put foil over them, get them back on the smoker, finish this up. They're looking good so far. Unfortunately, time started to get away from me as the guests started to arrive, so I wasn't able to take video of the party wings, but everything turned out great. The ribs were good, the brisket, the party wings, and most importantly, you know, my daughter had a great time. So I just want to end this video by wishing her a happy birthday and many more. Daddy loves you. This is Kenyatta Robinson signing off. Thank you again for your support, joining me on my Backyard SmokeMaster Barbecue channel. Stay tuned for more videos. Feel free to leave comments, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.